The following is a presentation of Major League Soccer, official broadcast partner of the FIFA World Cup.
The New England Revolution came back from the brink last week in their season opener. Down 2-0 versus San Jose, the Revs roared back in the second half. Strikers Pat Noonan and Taylor Twellman played their parts to perfection, both scoring to lead the Revs to a 2-2 draw. Tonight, New England takes on the Columbus Crew. Last season, the Revs went winless against the Crew until it mattered most, and they knocked Columbus out of the playoffs. It's the home opener, the Revs and the Crew, coming up next. Columbus goalkeeper John Bush has had New England's number on more than one occasion. The All-Star has a knack for making it look easy. But in last year's playoffs, it was Matt Reese for the Revs who had a beat on the Crew's penalty takers, stopping not one but two spot kicks and ending the top-seeded Crew's season on a sour note. Two top keepers go head-to-head tonight. It's opening night for the Revolution here at Gillette Stadium. A clear, cool evening in Foxborough. The excitement builds as we approach kickoff. New England Revolution Soccer is presented by the Massachusetts State Lottery. It's the Revolution's 10th season home opener from Gillette Stadium. Saturday night soccer on the WB, the Revs hosting the Columbus Crew. So glad you could join us, everyone. Brad Feldman here alongside Greg Lawless. And Greg, this Revs Crew rivalry is really a good one. The Revs have been on the short end in the regular season, winning just 9-20 for the Crew. Casio, the Brazilian, out injured with a quad contusion. Steve Ralston slides wide left. Rookie James Riley makes his first MLS start.
And it's a good opportunity. Last week he proved that he could do it. He set up Twellman for that goal on a nice long ball.
Looking at Columbus now, like the Revs, the Crew also play a 3-5-2 formation. New England Revolution Soccer is brought to you by the Massachusetts State Lottery, featuring the new $10 million Hold'em Poker instant game with more than $645 million in total prizes. And by Bank of America. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the New England Revolution. Bank of America, higher standards. Just about set for kickoff here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The Columbus Crew and New England Revolution in the Revs season home opener. Well, there you see Casio on the bench. He won't play tonight. Greg, what are your keys for the Revs to win here in Foxborough?
Well, first of all, they need to exploit the flanks on this one. Last week they were on a small field. They've got a big field to use. Get James Riley wide. Keep Steve Ralston wide on the left. Use those sidelines there. Kyle Martino is the number 10 for Columbus. He's going to be a lot of trouble. He's going to be buzzing all over the place. Showery Joseph's got to shut him down very early on. Don't be afraid to put a little body into him. And lastly, they need some defensive organization. Michael Parkhurst, the rookie, he's really got to keep things tight back there.
Partnership of Twellman and Noonan, and certainly a lot to be said as Cancela is tugged to the ground by Zatella, who will be booked. Second booking of the match. Quick restart, they'll bring it back. What I was going to say, Greg, though, I don't think enough is made of the talent in the Revolution midfield, at least by some parties, arguably most talent in MLS.
Well, I think it's beginning to happen around the league that there's a respect for the Revolution midfield. The five, they've been, the three especially in the middle have been together for a couple of years, and Steve Ralston out wide. And what's interesting about watching the five is that they know how to interchange, and you sometimes see even James Riley and Steve Ralston sucked into the middle, and then they can knock the ball, little tiny touches to each other.
Franchino and Cancela behind the ball. Midnight Riders behind the goal. Franchino plays it in. Bill wins the header. Heaps. Heaps chips it in. Dempsey, goal! 1-0 to the Revs. Clint Dempsey can score with his head. We know that Heaps is good in the air. Good looking stuff from New England.
This all comes from a lot of pressure in the back for the Columbus Crew. The Revs just keep applying pressure, and finally whip the ball in there. And Clint Dempsey, he's not afraid to get his head anywhere, and he just dives in front of the defender. He's get a goal at any cost. Great goal by Clint Dempsey there.
Dempsey with his first. Ralston plays it wide to Dempsey. Two men making runs down the middle, Ralston and Twellman. He plays Twellman, still going Taylor Twellman. Now Ralston, the shot deflects. It was Dempsey running onto it. Noonan, the shot, 2-0. Hello, it's Noonan going to the fourth. The Revs may have put this one away.
Just total chaos all over the box. It just pops out Noonan, no problem. Noonan's a great strike. He's not going to finish that after the ball is just bouncing everywhere on this case. Comes out to him, easy, uncorks it. Thank you very much.
Well, Clint Dempsey started the Dempsey dive, and then some other players picked up on it, but it's a great connection between the players and the fans here at Gillette Stadium. Noonan with his second analysis piece, and we also heard him mic'd up the communication between Heaps and Parkhurst and Riley and some of the other defenders, and that's a big part of it. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I mean, communication's everything in the defense.
This is Twellman into the box. He plays it square. Dorman! It's on the goal line. Is it in? They're saying yes. 3-0. We talked about the work rate of Andy Dorman. You talked about the havoc he causes in the box.
Yeah. We talked about it also that he gets back on defense, but look at him just make it. I mean, he screened for about 45 yards to get to the end of this. Great ball by Taylor Dorman. Great work. Dorman gets in there, just sneaks over the goal line. It's definitely a goal. You can see.
It'll be an entertaining campaign and very likely a winning one. And that is the final whistle from referee Terry Vaughn. Steve Nickel gets the victory in the home opener. The Revs with a very impressive performance to defeat the Columbus Crew 3-0. Dempsey's goal proving to be the game winner. That man, Jay Heaps, setting up with his first assist of the season and his 100th game in a Revs uniform. The Texas Tornado scoring with his head. We'll be back in Gillette Stadium to wrap this up right after this. We're watching New England Revolution Soccer on WB56. Stay with us, folks. Revs win 3-0.